Have you ever felt completely drained after a meal? Instead of giving you energy, the food just knocked you out? Or maybe you've had days where one cup of coffee makes you anxious, but another day you're totally fine? It's not just about calories or nutrients, it's about balance. Hi friends, welcome back to Asian Wisdom. Today we're talking about eating for balanced diet through the 5 elements, an ancient system that might just be the missing link between what you eat and how you feel. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which foods help you feel lighter, calmer, and more energized, and which ones might secretly be throwing you off balance. Stick around, because I'll share practical food pairing tips you can try tonight to make your meals not just tasty, but also healing. Let's first talk about something fascinating: how your food connects with the 5 elements. In Eastern medicine, there is this idea that everything in the universe, including your body, follows the cycle of the 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. Your body and nature are completely connected. You can't separate the two. That means what you eat doesn't just fill your stomach. It literally affects your organs, your energy, your mood. So if we choose food in line with the 5 elements and with our body type, we can bring our health back into balance. Let's break it down. Here is how foods are grouped by element, and then you'll see how you can use this right away. Wood element foods are sour and green. Think chicken, liver, shrimp, wheat, radish, green leafy veggies like broccoli, spinach, celery, pickles, kimchi, vinegar, yogurt. For fruits, go for grapefruit, oranges, lemons, pineapples, plums. If you want to support your liver or you're feeling stuck or irritable, more green and sour flavors can help move that energy. Fire foods are bitter, red, with warming and dry feature. This is your lamb, venison, tomatoes, dandelion, watercress, chili peppers, black pepper, and yes, coffee, wine, chocolate. Fruits include citrus peel, apricots, raspberries, strawberries. Fire foods give you warmth and energy. But if you were already feeling hot or anxious, too much can make you overheat, literally and emotionally. Earth foods are sweet, starchy, and yellow or orange. Beef, millet, oats, corn, cooked onions, carrots, potatoes, sweet potatoes, cucumber, okra, lentils, peas, cabbage. Fruits, papaya, mango, melons, bananas, grapes, peaches. Earth foods are grounding. They nourish your digestion and muscles, but too much can make you feel heavy or sluggish. Most metal foods are spicy and have white color. White rice, cheese, cream, tofu, garlic, onions, radish, cauliflower, scallions, rosemary, mint, cilantro, cinnamon, mustard. For fruit, pears are your go-to. These foods open up the lungs, clear mucus, and sharpen your senses, perfect for when you feel congested or stuck. Water foods are salty, dark, or deep-colored. Fresh fish, salted fish, seaweed, pork, eggs, beans, soy sauce, black sesame, kale, eggplant. For fruits, try walnuts, figs, blueberries, blackberries. Water foods replenish your deepest energy, your kidneys. They are great for recovery and longevity, but too much salty or heavy food can tire your system out. In the previous video, I already mentioned the 5 elements and their connection to the body. Now we will explore further into the diseases caused by imbalanced elements. There are 5 important organs dominated by the 5 elements. In Chinese, they are called wuzang, or the 5 zang. They are the liver of wood, the heart of fire, the spleen of earth, the lungs of metal, and the kidneys of water. Diseases often come from either excess or deficiency in these organs. Let's go through them one by one. The liver belongs to the wood element. It governs the tendons. When the liver is in excess, there is surplus blood. The person tends to become easily angry. When the liver is weak, its qi is insufficient. This can lead to frequent worry or melancholy. Symptoms of liver imbalance include eye pain, ribcage pain, irritability, tendon spasms, dry or greenish nails, dizziness, and blurred vision. A person may also have a fixed or glaring look. The heart belongs to the fire element. It governs the blood in the vessels. When the heart is in excess, there is surplus spirit. The person becomes prone to frequent laughter. When the heart is deficient, its qi is insufficient. This results in anxiety and restlessness. Symptoms of heart imbalance include fever, sweating, chest pain, drooling, delirium, convulsions, and panic. A stiff or pale tongue and a dull facial complexion may also appear. In some cases, sudden loss of wealth and illness are linked to heart imbalance. The spleen belongs to the earth element. It governs the muscles and the limbs. When spleen qi is strong, the body becomes full and nourished. If the spleen overheats, one feels hungry or thirsty easily. When the spleen is weak, digestion cannot be fully supported. Fever from spleen heat does not feel hot to the touch, and it worsens at night. Abdominal bloating signals weak spleen qi. Prolonged weakness leads to muscle wasting, poor digestion, and phlegm accumulation. Other signs include constipation or diarrhea, fatigue after eating, sleepiness, jaundice, thick yellow phlegm, and fever with a sweet taste in the mouth. Indigestion and insomnia from worry also point to spleen imbalance. The lungs belong to the metal element. They govern the skin and the hair. When the lungs are in excess, qi becomes too strong. This leads to coughing or asthma-like breathing. When the lungs are weak, qi is insufficient. This causes frequent sighing, with symptoms worse during the day than at night. Other signs of lung imbalance include shortness of breath, chronic cough with phlegm, fatigue, and numbness in the limbs. Difficulty urinating, dry skin, and hair loss are also linked to the lungs. The kidneys belong to the water element. They govern the bones. When kidney qi is in excess, it can cause loose stools. When kidney qi is weak, the body lacks strength. Kidney imbalance can also appear as thirst, sore throat, fever rising from within, bone pain, or lower back pain. Other signs include fluid retention, a puffy face with a greenish or shiny tone, and frequent urination or urinary retention. Quick hunger, hearing loss, shortness of breath, flushed face, and premature tooth decay. Now you already know which elements are your food. Also the symptoms of imbalanced 5 elements. It is time to put all these things into practice. Let's start with the liver of wood element. If your liver is weak, eat more foods from wood and water elements. Think green, sour flavors and hydrating foods, and cut back on spicy or overly heating foods, fire, and pungent foods. Metal. If your liver is too strong, do the opposite. Reduce wood foods and add a little more metal element to help balance things out. How about heart issues? Find your heart not efficient as it should be? Eat more fire and wood foods, warm spices, leafy greens, and avoid too much earth or water foods that can weigh you down. What about heart beating fast? Stay away from fire foods and focus on cooling, water-based foods to calm things down. If you find you are having the spleen problems, these are things you should notice. A weak spleen needs grounding foods. Think sweet flavors, whole grains, root veggies, earth and fire foods. Avoid overdoing raw greens or very spicy foods. A strong or overactive spleen? Cut back on starchy earth foods and eat more light, crisp metal and wood foods to keep things moving. The lungs are the most important organ that you should put an eye for. For weak lungs cases, strengthen them with metal and earth foods. Think white foods, onions, root vegetables, and avoid too many damp or heating foods with water and fire energy. If your lungs are overactive, flip it and eat more moistening, water foods. Last but not least, the kidneys of water. Weak kidneys, nourish them with water and metal foods, seaweed, dark-colored foods, beans, and reduce too many wood and earth foods. Strong kidneys, ease up on water foods to prevent overcooling. Here's the bonus part of this video. Pair your foods wisely. Traditional Asian dish and cuisines originated from pairing right food together, making meals both tasty and healing. These are some of my favorite examples of Vietnamese dishes. Chicken and lime leaves combination. Lime leaves with spicy flavor of metal energy actually calm the wind energy that chicken brings. If you're healthy, it makes the dish delicious and safe. But if you have conditions like epilepsy or certain wood excessive related disorders, you should either avoid chicken or always eat it with lime leaves. Seafood and warming spices. Snails, clams, seafood. They're naturally cold in nature, plenty of water energy. That's why we cook them with chili, lemongrass, and ginger. These spices warm them up and make them easier to digest. If you have a cold stomach or weak digestion, don't overeat seafood. And remember, always add those warming spices. So there you have it. The 5 elements aren't just some old philosophy. They're a practical guide to what you eat every single day. If you have a complex health condition or you're not sure what problem your body is having, go see a qualified practitioner. A proper checkup and pulse reading can give you a clear plan. But with today's video knowledge, you could predict how food affect your body in advance and start eating in a way that makes you feel lighter, stronger, and more balanced. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about awareness. Each choice you make brings your body closer to harmony with nature. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who could want to add some balance into their life. If you are having problem with your life, My Bazi and Feng Shui consulting service may give you a specific guide to get your driver wheel back to your hand. Don't miss my next video, where we'll study fascinating ancient wisdom together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the near future.